Hey guys, welcome back to Likewise Pod. I'm Issa.
And I'm Sam, and we're so excited to be coming at you twice this week with a little mini announcement episode. We cannot be more excited.
So in the last episode, you might have heard us say that we have a secret project that we've been working on since October. Well, we got the idea in October. Um, and we have so many shared like collaborative notes on our phones. So many like Google Docs and Sheets and all the things, and we're finally gonna announce it.
I know, it's so weird. We teased it on our comeback episode, start of season 4 of Likewise. We were like, we've got this secret project, but we're not going to tell you about it because we're annoying. And then now we decided we're just going to do it. We're just going to tell you about it.
Yeah, and we straight up lied to y'all. Like we said, oh, we don't have all the details figured out. We don't know when it's actually gonna happen, but it's happening. And I remember gave the hard deadline of 2 months, having it happen in 2 months. Straight lie.
Right.
It's happening next week.
No, and we knew that.
Actually, a lot of what we talked about last week, like with Likewise, like we're like, oh yeah, sets. Oh yeah, these like this schedule or this document or organization and like literally all that. It was about our secret project.
It was never about Likewise, but I swear we will never lie to you like that again.
I really feel like we shouldn't make that promise.
Yeah, I guess maybe not. I don't know. I'm a
Just in
bad
case.
liar. I don't know about you.
Yeah, with you telling 100 people about what it is.
Right.
Okay.
I can't keep my mouth shut.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I guess
I told people, so I feel like it could be your moment to finally let it exit your mouth.
oh my gosh. Okay. So actually what we've been working on is another podcast. A sports
T,
podcast.
just get your laughs out now. We know you probably think that's stupid, but it's
Yeah.
real. We're not joking
But
this time.
no, it's like it's real life happening. And we've had some Easter eggs here and there. Like, and also last episode when I was saying like, oh my gosh, we've already said some things I feel like if people really thought about it, they could tie it together and be like, oh, that's what it is. Yeah, so we started thinking about it in October because we were obsessed with the World Series in October. I don't know what came over me.
Right.
But I was obsessed with the World Series. And I was just so stoked about playoffs. And like I've always really liked baseball, but I've been really meaning to get into it and get into other sports a lot recently. I mean, by recently, like I mean over the past couple of years, but I just haven't. But then last year, I don't know, something came over me. I was like, baseball. That's all. It's just baseball. And so we were talking about it, and then Sam was like, oh my gosh, what if we like have a podcast about like baseball where we like learn about it because we don't know anything about it and we're like talking. I remember like we'd like send each other like snap videos and be like, oh my gosh, did you know this about baseball? Or oh my gosh, this happened and this player did this. And it was just so exciting. We're like, oh my gosh, what if we started a podcast where like we don't, not necessarily like don't know anything, but like maybe we don't know anything about a sport, but like we have guests come on and like they teach us and we're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
We were so excited about it, and I think a big part of it had to do with the fact that the Mariners ended the drought. It was just like
Mm-hmm.
the excitement was real, but it's just so funny because I was like across the country in Virginia in like a creepy as like a creepy little historic like hotel on the University of Richmond campus, and it's like a alumni center on their campus, and I was in this room that just had like two creepy antique twin beds, and that's what I was posted up watching this game on. And that's when like the ideas came to us, and that ended up being the game that was like 17 plus innings. I why can't I even remember how many it was? But that
It
was
was
the
game three, 18
yeah,
innings.
18 innings. And we were like, we can't just stop watching right now, but we were texting each other the whole time, and we were just getting so hyped up about it because it was fun to have someone to talk about it with,
Mm-hmm.
like simultaneously as it was happening. And but yeah, I'm so glad Issa was really real for this, but she was like, okay, what if it's just about sports? Like, in general, like more sports than just baseball. And I was like, yeah, actually, like that's a good idea. We should do that because we'd be probably be really boring if we only talked about baseball. But yeah, we just kind of started feeling really empowered by the idea because I don't know, it feels like silly to create something about a topic that you're not an expert on because I feel like sports, media, everything is dominated by people who are like experts, but we're really embracing the fact that you don't have to be an expert to be a fan and that we're simply
Mm-hmm.
just we're fans. We like being fans and we like knowing weird things and learning silly little things about sports.
Yeah. And Sam literally, I don't know how she came up with it, but something came over her too. And she came up with a little slogan, motto, whatever you want to call it, like, we're all fans here. I was like, oh my gosh, that's literally genius. And that's honestly been my favorite part about the project. Like, I tell her nonstop, like, almost every single day, I tell her, we're all fans here. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. And she's probably so annoyed with me about it, but it literally is my favorite thing because like, it's so true. Like, you don't have to know every little thing to be a fan. You don't have to be an expert to be a fan. You don't have to prove yourself to be a fan. Like, we're all fans here. It's fine. It's fun.
Right. Like we should all be able to enjoy sports for the entertainment without judgment. And we should be allowed to ask stupid questions without judgment or without getting something mansplained, but also like that's kind of fun sometimes too. But,
Mm-hmm.
I just think we should all be able to enjoy it because it's very entertaining. And clearly, we've gone on to this whole time while we've been planning all of this, we've still been keeping up with other sports and we've just gotten more excited to learn more about ones that we still have not made an effort to learn about. Because
Yeah.
I think, I mean, me personally, I still don't know anything about soccer. I'm so sorry. That is your expertise. We started keeping up with like football a little bit, slightly, maybe just the Kelsey brothers.
Yeah. Okay, full transparency, we really did want to have. Oh, and Sam, what are we going to call it?
Oh, we didn't even say that. That's actually so funny. It has never changed. So from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
we decided our sports podcast was going to be called Outcast, and that kind of well, it obviously comes from baseball. Three strikes, you're out. Whatever. And obviously, we're watching baseball at the time, but then it kind of translated over to the fact that, in a sense, people similar to us who don't have a lot of knowledge and never have like really known that much about sports but want to care about it now, we do kind of feel like outcasts because there's all these people who know absolutely anything and everything about sports. Like I've been watching sports trivia from Barstool and it's insane. I don't know how they do it. But I don't know. Yeah, it's okay to be an outcast and be a fan.
We're outcasts, but we're all fans here. So it goes together so well. It goes hand in hand, and I love it. Anyway, sorry. So what I was saying before we announced the name because we totally forgot about that. Uh, full transparency, we really did want um we really did want to have it going before the Super Bowl, before the Kelsey Bowl, because we wanted to talk about the Kelsey Bowl. But that just wasn't going to happen.
Right.
Life kind of got in the way. And, like, okay, if you listen to Likewise, which if you're listening to this, you do, you know that it's not exactly the most well thought out production all the time, which is kind of annoying. Like for us too, because we're like, shoot, we want this to be good. And here it is, just no thoughts, head empty all the time. And so we're like, okay, we really want to be prepared. We want to have notes. Like, we're not going to have it scripted, obviously, but we do want to have notes. We want to be prepared because we can't just, if we don't know something about a subject, we have to do some preparation, right? Like, I'm not going to be able to talk about American football for like an hour.
Right.
I'm just not going to be able to. So I need to be at least prepared for something. I need to know something about it. And so, I mean, like I just said, I wanted to get into other sports for a while. And so, like, this is a good way for me to. But, like, also, like, one of the things that we really wanted to do with this was get guests on. I mean, we love having guests. Like, last episode, Sam was talking about, like, how we feel like our niche is interviews. And, like, because we've had people say, like, oh my gosh, I showed your questions to this person. They were so impressed. And like, I was so impressed with your questions and I've never been asked this before and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we feel like that's really something that we're really good at. And so we really wanted to get more guests on and then have them kind of teach us and then as well as whoever listens to it, like about their sport, about why they're passionate about it, about like why they love it. And so it's kind of like reminiscent of me like talking about soccer or talking about the Sounders or talking about like whatever, because like I played soccer for 15 years, like from the time I was 3 to 18 years old, and so like it's still a majority of my life. Like, and so that's just like a really big part of who I am, even though I don't play anymore. And so being able to talk to other people about their passions and about like why they love the sport that they love would be such a dream for us. And so I'm just really, really excited to see where this goes.
Me too. I think there's a lot of potential for it in a lot of different ways. We've kind of thought about the fact that there's not a lot of people in that space of what we're wanting to do. Like, yes, there's sports podcasts. We want a sports podcast that's what we're looking for. Like, what would we want to listen to? And this is what it would be because it's something that suits our knowledge. And obviously, like, people can know more than us and probably enjoy it too. But I think other people who don't know anything would be entertained and learn right alongside us from the people we get to talk to, which hopefully we'll talk to some cool people. I think I've already grown my sports knowledge a lot, but it's still really low, and there's always more to learn, especially even just looking back at history of things and just how things work. Like, neither of us know how any kind of drafts work, so things like that.
Yeah. And like I feel like we've already gone really in depth about it, but like the first episode, okay, we're gonna have episodes out like next week. We're just trying to figure out like when it's actually gonna happen, like
Right. What we're not gonna tell you actual dates of when things are gonna get posted because simply
we don't know. But promise you it's next week. So we'll go into like a lot more detail about it and like other, because I'm just thinking of like all the podcasts like we've talked about. Oh my gosh, if you would look at our Instagram DMs, like honestly, it's mostly me sending Sam stuff and she just like likes it or she doesn't care about it. I'm like, honestly, that's fine too. I probably would not either. But if you would look at our Instagram DMs like from October to now, like some of it's still the same, like, oh, here's like a new like singer-songwriter, here's like a fun little design thing, or here's like inspo for the pod or likewise home. But so much of it is sports and just like, oh my gosh, this person did this, or oh my gosh, like the major leagues, them changing the rules or like updating like bases and like all the things, and like, oh my gosh, that's crazy, or wow, we should get this person on, or wow, we should get that person. And like it's so crazy. Like it's not consumed my life, but it's a much bigger part of my life. I'm now like live. This is happening live. I'm now realizing it is. Like I didn't realize how much we've actually invested into it until this moment.
definitely a lot. Like, we were always looking at things, listening to other things, watching videos, reading articles, because we genuinely really care about it and we want it to be something really cool and really good and very different and separate from anything we've ever done before with Likewise. So, which, speaking of Likewise, now's a good time to tell you all that we're leaving Likewise forever.
Oh yeah. Sorry guys.
Just kidding. I can't lie. I already said I'm a bad
April
liar.
Fools.
April Fools. No, obviously, what does make it a little difficult is we are going to be balancing two podcasts. And so, obviously, there will be times where we're really balancing two heavy priorities that way. But I think a big thing is they're going to be so different, and Likewise is going to stay the same
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. Like, it's always going to be the same format. We're always going to do the same things. Not like it's going to be boring, but like, like
Yeah. So if you're
Likewise will
tired
still
of
be
it, listen to Outcast
Likewise.
for a change.
Yes, yeah. If you actually don't like Likewise, maybe you'll like Outcast.
Yeah, more structure. I mean, last week like we already talked about how we want to be more intentional with likewise. So like hopefully it'll feel different, like in a good way, you know? But it's not like it's taking the back seat to this. I mean, I feel like Outcast is gonna be a lot more consistent just because new things in sports are happening every single day, every single week. And so like we're just going to always have something to talk about there, whereas with likewise like we want to be more intentional. We want to have more episodes like that girl or like confidence or being authentic, like those ones were some of our favorites. Like that girl with Bailey is still mine and Sam's favorite episode. I mean, we do have some plans, and so we're going to be around for the next couple weeks, I think, I hope.
Yeah,
We
so
think.
hang in there with us while we might be uploading. Like, we will be uploading consistently, but inconsistently in the sense of like we used to always upload likewise on Thursdays. Likewise Thursdays, we love them. It might take us a second to get to
Mm-hmm.
likewise Thursdays being a thing again. Like, it just might be going up on different days while we work out our schedules, because that's been just a little bit of a challenge. Obviously, we have a time difference. We mentioned that before. Um, and we have very opposite days that we both have like
Yeah.
other things going on. So, but yeah, it definitely might not make the most sense when things are getting released sometimes, but if you just keep up with our Instagram, you'll always know when there's something new. Or if you like follow us on streaming platforms.
Also, we put the Outcast Instagram in the description of the last Likewise episode, and no one requested to follow us. We were on private, but we would have accepted because like if you found it, like obviously you did the work, but no one requested to follow us. So basically, you're all fake.
Right.
Um,
Like, you're not
you are
reading all the way
not
to the bottom
fans
of the description. You're not going
of
all
the
the way
really long
down to see
description.
the link to our Instagram.
Yeah, you don't want to see all of our social channels and all of the other things we're doing. That isn't much, but it's really long. Fake friends. JK, we love you still.
But yeah, we really wanted to be really secretive because I don't know, it's fun to be secretive and
Mm-hmm.
but also little hints,
I love
little,
me a good hard launch.
yeah, I do love a hard launch. Very excited for this hard launch.
But it also, like, lately it's felt like a soft launch.
A
Like, just because
little.
of, like, posting a little bit on Likewise, like, getting it up and started.
Oh, I did leave out, I thought it was a little self explanatory, but when I did reveal the name, I talked about like how it's like kind of cool because the word outcast, how we kind of are outcasts on the topic, but also out baseball. I forgot to say, outs from baseball, cast is from podcast, but I thought that was
Oh, yeah.
obvious. But I feel like I need to add that in right now.
Because honestly, because you're like, oh my gosh, what if we call it Outcast? Like, 3 strikes and you're out. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like
I
get
didn't
it,
get it.
baseball out. But I should have
I
said
didn't get it.
podcast, cast.
And then, and then the next one, you're like, and then like the cast from podcast. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. So if any of you were still confused, don't worry, I was right there with you. But like Sam's the brain behind like the whole branding, name, slogan,
Right.
all the great things.
I
I'm the
promise.
brain behind the spreadsheets.
Yeah, I was about to say, I promise we're really organized with this.
No, we really are. We can show you our spreadsheets later.
Very deeply. Maybe sometime we'll
That
go
sounds so
like
intimate.
it did. If you can see our spreadsheets, maybe sometime we'll share a little bit more behind the scenes stuff on Likewise. I feel like that could be kind of cool because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
on Likewise we talk a lot about. I promise we're gonna stop talking to you soon, but I feel
Yeah.
like we talk a lot about the behind the scenes on Likewise, which could almost get annoying. Like almost every episode we talk about the podcast and like process behind it and how we feel, and we're always like, yeah, recording has been like this and it's good, and I'm like, wait, do people want to hear about that? But I feel like it could be cool on Likewise to talk about how it has been doing another podcast instead of like on Outcast. We probably won't talk a lot about
Yeah.
behind the scenes of Outcast because we're going to be so focused on our topics, but on Likewise we can sometimes
Mm-hmm.
put a little behind the scenes in there.
Ooh, yes. I like that. I like that. And we were talking earlier, like, if anyone has any questions, we're more than willing to answer. And so you can send us your questions, DM, text, Facebook message, if you have us on Facebook. If you don't have us on Facebook, do not Facebook
Do
message,
not
please.
find us.
That's awkward. Yeah, you can just ask us a question that you want to know. We'll probably get more into it in a later episode because we do have a few lined up. I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm so excited for it to finally be real and everyone to
Yeah,
know about it.
just know that might be real today. Okay, actually, this so this episode's coming out on the 28th. We're recording on the 27th. So the day before,
LOL.
Monday. Wait, is today? Yeah, today's Monday. Anyways, so if you saw my Be Real, I said something about a business call. That is this
Ooh,
call.
fancy. But yeah, the amount of times I've had to like hide that I was working on stuff for this.
Yeah, no, so many Be Reals actually.
Yeah,
Because I'm like constantly on all the things because I'm literally just so stoked about it.
me too. Anyways, well, I guess that's all the information we have for you right now, besides
Yeah,
once again telling you to go find us on Instagram.
yeah. Oh yeah, our Instagram. It's at outcast __ co. For short, we're calling ourselves Outco. OCCO.
Yup. It's hard because every time I say it and every time I read it, I say Akko to myself. But if it's ever going to come out of my mouth, I'm going to say Alco.
Honestly, inspo was HSHQ for me.
Right.
I was like, it's so clean, it's so fun. And let me tell you, if you can find an Instagram handle for us to use that is better than two
Yo,
underscores, let us know because we tried so freaking
everything.
hard. Everything's taken.
All the accounts
Alco,
that have it
Oko.
don't even do anything with them. They're not even using
Yeah.
their accounts, and that's the worst part. But
There's one that we were thinking about and kind of really wanted, but once it was taken, it's like, okay, it wasn't our favorite,
yeah.
but that one is active, and so it's like that's fine. At least it wasn't our favorite, but like our favorites were taken. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Whatever.
But yeah, so for now, 2 underscores.
Yeah. Um yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Wow, so excited.
That's so exciting. I love that.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. And we really hope that you listen to Outcast. I mean, if you don't, because you don't like sports, that's fine. We understand.
What if we can make
It
you
is very
like it?
niche. I think it's just so fun because,
I'm going to be honest, I used to not like sports, so
but yeah, we're really excited for this new direction and for just learning how to navigate this whole thing and having 2 podcasts. And I think it's gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, can't follow Outcast on stream platforms because like it's not streaming yet. But next week, we'll tell you. We'll make an announcement and likewise be like, hey, BT Dubs,
Right.
follow. um,
We'll provide links.
but yes. And now you know all the things. That's crazy. Appreciate you guys for listening to this short episode. And yeah, just make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you listen and can rate and review so that more people can find us. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people that
Tell
you
your
hate
coach.
or dislike. Yeah, tell everyone. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. Tell your coach. Tell everyone to listen to us because like that's so fun. And then also like follow us on Instagram. Likewise _pod. Thanks for talking with me longer than we anticipated, Sam. I'm just really, really excited for the future and like what this holds for us. And yeah, I just can't wait. I hope you have a really great rest of your day.
Thanks, Issa. And likewise to you all.
Bye.
Bye.